Welcome to this assignment overview 4.02, rectangles, triangles, and composite figures. Go ahead and look at the very first one, which is the perimeter of a polygon. To find the perimeter, you're going to think walking the perimeter. So how many steps am I going to get in? You're going to add each of these sides. So just keep on adding. This is how many steps you're getting in when you patrol or walk the perimeter. So add, add, add. That's a plus, even though it doesn't look like it. Add. There you go. So you've added each of these up, or it's the sum of each of the sides. Okay. What is the perimeter of this pentagon? Again, you're going to add each of the sides. A pentagon has 5 sides, so you're going to add all 5 sides. Perimeter is the outside walkabout. How many steps you're getting in when you're walking the perimeter? What is the area of the rectangle? Now, area is the insides. This is like mowing the lawn, okay? That's all this right here. That's this flat area that's completely filling it up. The easiest way to think about the area of a rectangle, I'm going to clear this, is if I had 9 separate blocks right here, and then I had 18 separate blocks for my height. If I did that, which obviously those are not thin enough, then I would be able to count each of these square units right here. Okay, so when we're looking for area, we're going to use the formula base times height. And as I said in our lesson, I always refer to our figures, whether it's a rectangle or a square, doesn't matter to me, as base and height. Okay, just makes our life a little bit easier. So the base is 9 feet. You're going to say 9 times the height, which is 18 feet. All right. Now, think about it this way, okay? If I have a square that is base times height to find out the area, I can turn it into a rectangle, right? Or a triangle, I mean. I can turn it into a triangle. So this is the area of my triangle right here. I colored in half of this rectangle. All right. Same thing is true with our triangle. So our formula is going to be area is equal to half base times height. Or a very simple way to put it is that area is equal to base times height and then divided by 2. Same idea. Okay, now something super important. See this dotted line right here that we would call the altitude or the height? That's going to point to our base. Therefore, when they're asking for the area of this triangle and they gave you this as the height, you have to use this as the base. So in this case, this is going to be 68 times 58 divided by 2 in order to get the area of this triangle ABC. Now, this is considered a composite figure. Notice that you have two figures here. You can simply draw a line right here. This line is parallel to this line up here. So we know that this line is 2 centimeters. Okay. Now, we also know that this line and this line are parallel as well. So that means that this line is 3 centimeters. Now I'm going to determine that if this whole line is 6 centimeters and this part of the line right here is 3 centimeters, then this is going to be 3 centimeters. And now I know that I can add, let's see, what is it asking for? Oh, the area of this hexagon. So I'm going to multiply 2 times 3, which gives me 6. And then I'm going to multiply 3 times 8, which gives me 24. And then I'm going to add those two together. Okay. What is the perimeter and the area of this rectangle? So you're going to go ahead and do a walkabout for the perimeter. Okay. Remember the formula for perimeter is base times 2. Okay, so you're going to go 2 times the base plus height times 2. So 2 times the height. And the area formula is going to be base times height. A park is shaped like a rectangle and measures 3.4 miles by 6.1 miles. Okay, so we have a park. It's shaped like a rectangle. Go ahead, draw it out if you need to. And it's 3.4 miles. We're going to consider that the base. And 6.6 miles, we're going to consider that the height. Okay. What is the perimeter and the area of the park? So remember, your walkabout is the perimeter. To the formula for you again, capital P is equal to 2 times the base. My B's and my 6's are looking a little bit the same here. That's not good, right? There we go. And 2 times the height. Then the area formula is capital A is equal to base times height. You got this. All right, now the triangle's just a little bit different, but again, we're going to use the base and the height. Remember what I told you about the vertex pointing to the base. So the altitude or the opposite vertex points to the base. So in this case, we got lucky. Our side and our base are given to us. So we're going to say the area, remember they're asking for area, of a triangle. So we're going to use base times height. So that's going to be 12. Let's put the formula first. Base times height divided by 2. So you're going to say 12 times 5 divided by 2. The sides of a right triangle. Oh no. The right triangle. There we go. There's my right triangle. Whoop whoop. Now we'll put my hypotenuse here. Nice. Did I need to draw that out? Nope, not at all. Why? Because they're asking me for the perimeter. Ooh, but I might need to draw it out when they're asking me for the area, just so that I can visualize it. I don't have to necessarily, except the fact that I need to remember that 78 centimeters is the largest or the longest line, and that has to be my hypotenuse. I'm not going to use my hypotenuse as my base because if I used the hypotenuse as my base, I wouldn't be able to use one of the sides as my height. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this out so that I know which one is my base and which one is my height. In this case, I'm going to say 72 is my height and 30 is my base. Now for the perimeter, I'm going to add all of these, but for the area, I'm going to say base times height divided by 2. All right, now we have a composite figure. This means that I have 2 figures in here, okay? 2 polygons. I'm going to go ahead and make my life really easy, and I'm going to make this my triangle and this my rectangle. Now, in this pentagon, assume that a line perpendicular to the base passing through point C divides the figure into mirror images. Ooh, I like that idea. So now I have a perpendicular figure right here. I could say that this is equal to 3 and this is equal to 3. That could help me out a lot. What is the perimeter and area of this pentagon? So now the perimeter, I'm going to go ahead and note that the perimeter is adding up all of the sides. So let me change my color here. That means I'm going to add 5 feet plus 2 feet plus 6 feet plus 2 feet plus 5 feet. The area, however, I'm going to need to do 2 of these right here, okay? And if this is a mirror image, I notice that this part right here is 2 feet. Therefore, this part right here is 2 feet as well. And the reason that I know that is because this is the same length right there as this is. So this would be my, there we go. That would be my height right here. And we're going to say that that's 2 feet. Okay, so remember area is base times height divided by 2 for our rectangle or for our triangle, and then base times height for our rectangle. Finally, what is the perimeter of the hexagon? Go ahead and add each of these up. And what is the area of this composite figure? Base, nice. Base times height divided by 2, as well as base times height here. Now you notice that this is 3 feet, while the entire thing is 7 feet. So this is going to be 4 feet. Super important. You get a 3, 4, 5 triangle here. Next, we are running out of time. If you have other questions, please let me know. I will be glad to go over all of your exit ticket questions with you. Give me a call, send me a text, or send me an email with what you've done, a snippet of what you've done on your exit ticket.